Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is Wednesday, which means we're going to review all of last week's YouTube comments. Just a nice little handful, nice sampling, see what's going on in the comments, and discuss what's going on. That's what we're going to do today. If you guys like this, leave it in the comments. And if you want to be in this video, leave something in the comments on any of my videos, and you might just get in there. Let me know what you think, of course, and like and subscribe. Start with Vindazorts. At this point, it should be a given that no one is actually buying pre-sales, and that is just market manipulation from the online vendors who buy their own pre-sales to drop the prices before those foolish enough to buy it before the cool off. I would believe this if it wasn't like debunked and proven false. Now, I am saying, not saying that that's always the case. There are reported instances of sellers buying their own pre-sales. It's not common, but it does happen. Unfortunately, the pre-sales do sell. People talk about it all the time, and it comes to my attention also a lot that people are actually doing it. So, because they know how much it annoys me. So, this unfortunately is not true. I wish it was, but it's not, to the extent that it's not happening 100% of the time in all instances. Rather, it happens a very small percentage of the time and people are genuinely buying the pre-sales. So, it's annoying, but it is what it is. Nightfire731. After seeing $100 pre-sale boxes, I'm glad I was able to pre-order 2 boxes at 80 each. Definitely wasn't willing to go that high on them. That's good. And any store that's selling them for $100 plus, honestly, should be canceled and probably just eliminated or something. Like, I'm selling my boxes for retail, not $20 over retail. That's just foolish. It's dumb. I know why stores do it because they think they can get away with it, and clearly some stores are getting away with it, taking advantage of the uneducated masses. But yeah, this is. I think this is riding off of the high of BT16. People are thinking that people can just get away with this, so they're doing it. But hopefully the set comes down when the booster box comes out, EX6. If it doesn't, then I have an interesting conversation topic planned for the channel. But that's going to happen based on if that alternate timeline does happen. BT11 Taiga alt art is $18. Why? LOL. Caesar Placencia. Placencia. I have no idea why. But if you have some, you should sell it. That's my recommendation for you. Ash's Fall. I don't understand why in any of your videos you don't slow down when you speak. If you took your time, you wouldn't have as many mistakes and people could actually understand what you're saying. I'm generally a very fast talker by default. That's just how I'm built. Occasionally, we got a little bit of a slippage, and that's okay. A little bit. It's honestly okay to have slippage. Usually, I keep the slippage in the videos because it's funny, and people get a good little laugh on about it. That's fine. But no, if you can't understand what I'm saying, maybe you don't watch my videos. Shocker, I know. Crazy thought. Grand Pasha, YouTube member. Because of the algorithm, all I ever see is just people whining in the group, and it's so tiring. Yes, the Facebook group. The wonderful, wonderful Facebook group, indeed. Hallian has a good comment here. Free speech doesn't apply to private groups, and that seems to be the norm of the Facebook group. Free speech gets attacked. Sometimes free speech in the Facebook group even gets outright deleted because rules and other governances dictate how speech should be prepared in these groups. It is annoying, but it is true. So there's nothing we can do about it. At the end of the day, I haven't decided if I'm going to make a video about this. But one of the mods you might have seen on the weekend posted about Beelzemon and Pride Month. That post went absolutely insane. People in the comments saying like this is not a good look, and some people just not caring, obviously, because it's a Facebook group. But very, 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 very interesting comments. I'm just gonna say. Both by the moderators and the regular people. The lays people. Lays people? The lay people. The lays people. Now I want chips. But, yeah, it's very interesting indeed. Maybe you talk about it on a video. I'm not sure yet. We'll find out. That over there, 8188. PBG is actually my least favorite place to order from, mainly because they let the overcharge. Also calling people who are your potential viewers and subscribers dumb and messed up. Dumb and stupid is messed up. Oh, look, I had a mistake there. Oh my god, call the police. Anyway, a lot of people in the comments actually just like tell this guy he's wrong. Me, I'm a very blunt person. And as of lately, when I say lately, I mean like the last 6 months, I've started to just When I was making my YouTube channel, I had the filter. You know the filter where you don't say things that aren't, politically incorrect. You keep the stuff to yourself because it's a YouTube channel. You simply don't say certain things. I got rid of that filter a long time ago because the Digimon space at the time was in decline. I hate using that term. I feel like Donald Trump when I say it's in decline. But like, people were upset because of, everything the anime was doing, lack of competitive support, One Piece getting the love, no stream at Digimon Nationals. Like people, there's a time where people were just not having it. So I got rid of my filter in order to make a few points, but then I kind of just kept it off because this is who I am. And at the end of the day, now, I think I want my channel to be about people who actually like my content and like my personality. And if I want to take this channel into the podcast route, which I'm thinking about, well, then I obviously need to get rid of that filter. Don't need to have that filter. Some people in the comments will say, but you gotta have the filter, otherwise people, they'll think they're messed up. What's going on, Mario? Ah! Like this guy. And, yeah. The filter's gone. I will give people my thoughts and my opinions. And if they don't like that, the door is somewhere wherever they are. There's a door somewhere. And they can walk out of it or into it, depending. Regarding the other part of the comment about PPG, I've actually only ordered from PPG one time. And it's because I played one of their tournaments, and one of the tournaments was a store credit prize. So I ordered using store credit, paid a little bit of extra just to get a couple cards. But that was it. I am typically not a fan of any store that sells the pre-sales in such an egregious and milking manner. It's not a farm. Card stores are not farms. They should not be milking. That's my opinion, because I own a card store and I don't milk. No, I'm not as big as PPG, obviously, and they do pre-sales for all their games, and this is just how they do it. It's their business model. They will never stop, despite what people say on the internet, despite what people like that over there thinks, and it doesn't matter. They don't care, because all they care about is making money, which is the way that stores operate. They do care about making money, and this is the way they want to do it. So, whatever. It's not going to stop. Just got to deal with it. Rycaria. I disagree with the downturn. Turnout at our events is higher than ever. I'd say it's a combination of more sellers, more supply, drives down prices, and Numemon. Why buy $20 Euro cards when you just play Numemon? Why buy new sets when you just play Numemon? First of all, that's a very anecdotal statement. It's like saying mass shootings are up in the United States because you happen to live in one of the areas where mass shootings are up. Or you have mass shootings. Instead, if you look at the numbers, mass shootings in the US are actually down. That's the thing. Actually, an important thing that you need to keep in mind. Anecdotally, sure, maybe your locals is higher than ever. Or your events are higher than ever. That's fine. That doesn't mean anything. Especially in Europe, where the support for this game is so minuscule comparatively anyway. It doesn't really make it the best sample size in the world. Now, that being said, I agree with the second point. Why buy things when you just buy Numemon? And that's true. Numemon has lasted so long. It's like people made that argument back in the day with BT9 Metal Garurumon deck. It was alive for so long, people were just like, why would I play anything else? The deck was crazy. And it was until they hit the cards, and that was it. Until it got power creeped out of existence. So, it was a discussion that I wanted to bring up because I did notice the downturn in card prices. There could be reasons why. Still, interesting comment though, nonetheless. Double Helix reviews. I think the market's just stabilizing. I know BT15 had bad pull rates, but cards like Gato and Tentomon never should have reached around 20 for the low rarity. Since cards were inflated, new sailors, I guess that means sellers, new sellers came in to capitalize. Yes, there is an increase on new sellers. Yes, there is. I mentioned that in the video. They just keep coming. They just keep coming. And they just keep coming, these new sellers. Not a whole lot we can do about it because new sellers exist. They see that they can make money off Digimon, so they're going to do that. Or any other card game for that matter. Right now we're talking about Digimon. So, it is stabilizing. That's a very good way to put it. It is technically stabilizing, but decreasing as it stabilizes. And that's fine. This might actually be happy because people were complaining about the prices of BT16, saying the cards were too expensive. But now those people might be in their wish because cards are down. They are down. Maybe with a little bit of right magic from Bandai, things will start to restore and things will rise. But until then, things are lower. Probably enjoy it. Jay Scallon. You shouldn't be paying a card payment minimum on a hobby. A lot of people told him that that's wrong. Look, I'm not going to tell you guys how to spend your money. Don't buy the pre-sales. Don't be an idiot. But like, if you want to spend $500 a month on cards, if you can afford it, who's to stop you, right? I spent a lot of money on my hobbies. I've spent upwards of $1,000 on Magic cards, like in the last few weeks. I don't even play the game seriously. I'm just doing it for fun, right? That's just kind of the way it goes. So I disagree. People should do what they want to do, but I think that you should not be buying cards or pursuing any other hobby over your important things like your car payment or rent. That would be a problem. Next is big and tall and serious. I feel like anyone commenting on card prices will always be met with players who rationalize them. You can enjoy TCG and still complain about the prices. Defending the prices to me seems silly. This is really interesting to me. So, back in the day, when I was getting into competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, there were some very expensive cards and formats. Tour Guide used to be $150 for a secret rare that you needed 3 copies of. $150. There was also a deck, we were talking about this on the weekend with the Yu-Gi-Oh guys, Dino Rabbit, where Dino Rabbit you had to play 3 Dino Rabbit, 3 Rescue Rabbit, 3 Tour Guide. You had to play 3 Max C, 3 Effect Veiler. Those were hand traps that were not reprinted yet. You also need to play things like 2 Evil Zarlogia, 2 Evil Sardoka, because those were the cards that your rabbits went into for your boss monsters for the most part. But then also expensive cards there, like Wind Up Zen Mains and Steel Swarm Roach. Solemn Warnings, I don't think were reprinted at that point. They just had the one printing Ultra and Ultimate. Anyway, Dino Rabbit cost almost $2,000 to build. Now, there were people that were complaining and people who didn't buy them, and those people weren't enjoying it. But me, I dropped almost $2,000 on the deck as a 19-year-old. God, I don't remember anymore. It's been so long. But as a very young person, I dropped $2,000 on the deck, and like I wasn't complaining. So it is really just dependent on the person and the situation, right? People will complain if they really want to enjoy it, but they can't enjoy it because they're price gapped out of it. Maybe because they only work part-time while going to school, or maybe they're trying to have a family and insert random excuse here. Definitely a lot of that going on, but I do think that it can go both ways. So I don't necessarily disagree with the comment, but it is dependent on a person-to-person basis, is what I'd say. Boris the Goose. Emissary of Hope should get hit. Didn't you make a whole video about being a fine card? What changed your mind? I believe in that video I said that card will have to go to 1 eventually. So, I will always speak in jest, right? I always say, what did Jet Sophie ever do wrong? Bring her back to 4. Everyone I know, everyone that knows me knows I say this. And, I'm obviously joking. Because that card is insano bananas. Insano bananas. You know what I mean when I say insano bananas? I think you do. Emissary is basically there. It's very similar. It's an HPD that uses your security. It also heals you. It also triggers all your effects that when healing, kind of like how HPD does when you suspend something by effect. I get maybe some triggers if you build your deck around it. I do think that my honest stance is that card should go to 1 eventually. I don't think it's there yet, but we live in a world where I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to 1. It probably should, but I also think it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better, unless it gets hit. Noah Gelman, man the sellers at 0% feedback after 29 sales. Is he murdering their parents on top of sending a ripped in half card? I believe that's a Solomon Moto Kaiba reference, just about. But someone commented that 0% feedback only counts in the first 30 days or something like that, or last 30 days or something like that. I don't know I'm a TCG player in the sense I don't know how that is calculated. I'm not in the States, so I don't use CCG Player. I'm in Canada, eh? So that's not really a thing that I can do. However, um, always be careful with the new sellers nonetheless. Don't fall into a trap. Be educated. It's fine. Walker Zikorsky. I think part of the hype for the new Millennium deck is that we already have confirmation that Zed Millennium is in BT19, so likely some additional support alongside it. That is true. And hopefully the support and the hype warrants it. But the market works. Things get bought out with the slightest even inkling of something that sometimes don't even need so much the cards to be revealed. Johnny Stevens, EX06 format is just an extended BT16 with a couple of Demon Lord decks sprinkled in the format. Man, that's not going anywhere. It's these comments like this over text where I don't know if the guy is being serious or a troll. So I'm going to give the serious answer. No, it's not a few Demon Lord decks being sprinkled in. You're going to have people playing Demon Lords and 3 Great Angels with people also trying to throw in Mastermon competitively. It's going to be more than a few decks. Unless people already prepare for it, like they did for Magna X, and just start main decking stuff to out it since basically the first tournament. We see what happens. It's hard to tell. And I agree, though, that Magna X is not going anywhere. That part I agree with. That card will still see play, as it still does in Japan, technically. But it's not just a DLC set. A word like that. Mineral Waster Sommelier. More reviewing new cards would be nice. I got that from my Beelzemon video. A few people said that, like Darren Engel here. Mr. Mario, I've been following your channel since Yu-Gi-Oh! Days. I'm a huge fan. It's actually really cool because my channel, it's been around for 4 years and a half. Please cover new cards as they release. It's okay to read them myself, but as a seasoned player such as yourself, it would be awesome to have your perspective, its applications to our beloved card game. Yeah, I'll probably do it more. Honestly, I enjoyed the Beelzemon video. I'll probably do it again. And should this podcast idea take off, I'll be doing it a lot more. And Steward93, remember Beelz X? Yeah, me neither. It's a shame that Beelz X got power creeped out by better cards. Beelz X was just too slow, honestly. Unless you opened amazing. But Demon Lords, you can do a turn 2. It's just a little crazy. Alright, that does it for today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you later. Bye!